You know, they were like, the attendant was like, okay, that's fine. Typically understood. Typically, like great. Like I told you, that's another thing that was a great. Was a great. They were like, the attendant was like, okay, that's fine. You felt like understood. You know, you had this kind of like a freelancer. That's another thing. You know, everybody wants that perfect freelancer.
Like you slinging food?
No, but you still want to make money.
No, you're crazy. You're so funny.
I'm telling you. Everybody wants a job where, you can. Everybody wants that perfect freelancer.
Like you slinging food?
But you still want to make money.
No, you're crazy. You're so funny.
I'm telling you. Everybody wants a job where you can literally, and you're, how do I say, you're not your own boss.
Yeah.
But you have a sense of autonomy. You're handling the situation in a professional manner. And it's up to you.
To do the telephone call.
Okay. And go into that mode.
Go into the mode.
Tenacity.
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. I just explained to the tenant in a very professional manner.
Tell us. Do it again. To do the telephone call.
On our part, on our side, go into that mode.
Go into the mode. Are you still there?
The customers. Yes, I'm still here. Okay. Let me tell you what happened. LA is a sprawling metropolis.
We heard LA is Babylon. We heard there's all kinds of pornography out there, and they're getting children's blood, and they're doing all kinds of sick stuff. What you doing? You got children's blood in your back seat? Oh my gosh, I need.
Well, there is a fact.
We heard LA is Babylon. We heard there's all kinds of pornography out there, and they're getting children's blood, and they're doing all kinds of sick stuff. What you doing? You got children's blood in your back seat? Oh my gosh. I need.
Well, there is a fast lane or fast aspect to, of course, I guess any urban city.
You trying to say I'm country?
Personally,
what are you saying?
Okay,
go ahead. Explain yourself.
Well, Postmates drivers that aren't. This is obligated to go these long distances because
now, young lady, you slow down.
For a 45-minute drive,
young lady, I want you to slow down. Did you call obligated? Can you please tell me what that word means? Cause I got lost back there. Obligated. What does it mean? We don't use that word a lot now. Now, young lady, you slow down. Young lady, I want you to slow down. Did you call obligated? Can you please tell me what that word means? Cause I got lost back there. Obligated. What does it mean? We don't use that word a lot down here.
Well, obligated means that you feel like you're compelled to do something.
I can understand that. Yesterday I compelled a cat over my fence because it won't stay out of my yard. So I understand what that word compelled. Okay, listen, stop with the big words. Just why does he not have his ice cream? That's the only thing I want to know. I can understand that. Yesterday I compelled a cat over my fence because it won't stay out of my yard. So I understand what that word compelled. Okay, listen, stop with the big words. Just why does he not have his ice cream? That's the only thing I want to know.
They were literally, when I left, they locked the door and turned off the lights. I can't even return the party.
Did they push you out? Hey, ma'am, you have to go. There's no Turkish ice cream here. There's no Turkish coffee ice cream, ma'am.
Literally, when I left, they locked the door and turned off the lights. I can't even return the parcel.
Did they push you out? No. Hey, ma'am, you have to go. There's no Turkish ice cream here. There's no Turkish coffee ice cream, ma'am.
No. They're always very nice.
Cool Haas. Give me a shout out, Cool Haas.
Cool Haas. This is like a 45-minute drive. Essentially, it's also, to me, it's a safety issue. It just isn't.
Listen, I can get from Mississippi to Arkansas to Kansas in 45 minutes. I don't know what kind of car you're driving, what kind of horse you're on. But young lady, those rich people up in those Studio City Hills, they need that expensive ice cream. They need it right away. Arkansas to Kansas in 45 minutes. I don't know what kind of car you're driving, what kind of horse you're on. But young lady, those rich people up in those Studio City Hills, they need that expensive ice cream, and they need it right away.
And the ice cream, it's delicious.
No, wait 1 second. Let me see what's going on here. They got to change the name then, because chimichurri that doesn't sound Brazilian. It's not authentic.
It's good. So yeah, one day we got to order it.
Okay, it is running. It was running after all. So we're leaving all the mistakes still in the podcast. That's what's going to make us different than other people. Not that we watch other people. We are actually going to leave our faux pas, our misspellings. Our mispronunciations. We're going to be totally organic. This is totally an organic podcast in Culver City. Chimichurri-ish does not sound Brazilian to me.
It's really good. It's seasoning. It looks kind of like It looks like a pesto sauce mixed with olive oil.
So pesto's a green sauce, right?
Yes, but that's what it looks like.
Okay.
And it's really good.
It's good?
And you can, it depends on where you go. But here, you can cut the meat up and you dip it in the sauce. But they have different types where they actually kind of like, I guess, braise it.
Uh-huh.
So after it's cooked, I guess they put out like that kind of glaze over it. Delicious.
It's like a glaze. I just, those
sausage is really good too.
So you've been to one of those?
Well, I told you I order it. I've been to there's one in Culver City. The name escapes me. It's a buffet. Pardon me. You go around with a tray. So it's giving you kind of that old kind of school cafeteria kind of feel.
Cafeteria. My cafeteria food was not like that. My cafeteria, they just lined us up and threw some brown bag at us. That was it. That's all they did. Just they lined us up, and I don't even know if they're lunch ladies. They just threw a brown bag and it hit you, and you took the brown bag to the table and had like a cheese sandwich, and it had or maybe it's just me. Maybe I was getting the cheap lunch.
I always pack the lunch. I mean, always. Unless I like pizza, so if they had pizza.
Pizza day.
Everybody.
I went to Catholic school, so as soon as Lent came around, pizza crazy.
Oh yeah, everybody loves pizza.
Well, I used to be Catholic. Catholics during Lent can't eat meat on Fridays.
I always thought once a Catholic, always a Catholic.
No, that's not true. Who made that rule up? What are you talking about? That's like that 1% rule. What are you talking about? Once a Catholic, always a Catholic.
What's that movie with Andrew McCarthy? Mary Stuart Masterson was in it. It used to always come on when I was a kid.
What is that show?
I can't think of the name of.
I've never watched anything.
Matt Dillon. His brother was in it.
Not Matt Dillon.
His brother was also an actor.
Yeah. There's two Dillons, right?
Yeah, probably there. Actually, yeah, you're right. They're two brothers.
Yeah.
Both actors.
No, not once you're Catholic. You're always Catholic. A lot of Catholics flee. A lot of Catholics flee the faith because you're only Catholic because your parents are Catholic, and they indoctrinate the parents like, yo, these kids need to be at church every Sunday, blah blah this, blah blah blah, and all that good stuff. So I'll tell more of my Catholic stories later. They get deep dark, and they get deep dark, and they're confusing, and I might cry. Okay. I might pass. I might need I might need an exorcism a couple of times. But yeah, the Catholic faith is a different one. I'm not gonna bash it, but I'm gonna say it's yeah, it makes you choose which road you want to go down. If you want to go down this prefabricated excuse me, I'm not going to cut that out. Okay. Prefabricated image of what religion is and spirituality.
I see.
Catholicism, you're totally dogmatic. Totally going down this road, and that has to do with the faith in what they're telling you, not faith in what you discover, not faith in what you find on your own, because that's discouraged. Here's what it is. Okay. Spirituality is these are the pillars. This is the template to life. You just take it and you run off with it, like you know. See.
So did you have that feeling though that if you committed a sin, like
you were
somebody
done.
was looking right over your shoulder?
No, you was going to hell. I thought I was a little boy. I'm a little 8-year-old stealing milks, thinking I'm going to go to hell.
Oh my God!
Like I stole the milk, I'm going to go to hell. I said, oh please Jesus. Then you got to go. Then you got to go. And Catholics got something called confession. So if you mess up, you got to go to confession. What confession is? You got to sit in a dark box with a priest by yourself. And this is like the pro-priest image days. Not the negative. I wouldn't go into a black box with a priest now as a grown man now. But as a kid, you had to walk in there. They flip over. You number one, you can face the priest. Okay. So you can actually face him and talk to him. Nobody that's a dummy move.
See, in the movies, it's always you're sitting adjacent.
No, you get two choices. You can sit in front of the priest, or you can talk to him from the witness protection. Everybody goes witness protection. Nobody goes sit in front of the priest unless you're asking to be touched. That's like, yo, I feel like I want to get touched today. Hey, Father, I want to, so you just take that. Plus, you're telling him some horrible stuff you're doing, and he's listening. So you're like, you're sitting there like, Father, I'll be myself as a kid.
But I want to know, after it was over, did you feel clean? Did you feel Can I finish
doing my confession? I was giving you the whole confession. You're asking me, I'm showing it, and you're asking. Okay, so, number one, everybody got to wait, and like the church is dark. For some reason, or they turn off all the lights. You're sitting with your hands folded, looking at the cross. You're looking right at the cross. Jesus is hanging there, looking at you, like in a pity, with a look of pity upon you. Then, you see your classmate go in. And they come out too quick. Like, man, you should have been there longer. Like, I know you. You're a bad kid. And they're out in 30 seconds. So then you go in there, door slams behind you. You want to always try to get the cool priest. There's always three priests. You don't.
I'm assuming the cool priest was always the youngest priest.
Yes. you want to get Father Murphy. That's the one I used to always want to get was Father Murphy. Father Murphy was a superstar to me. Anyway, I'll get on to Father Murphy later. Okay. Just going to get this confession thing out of the way. So at the confession, you sit there on your knees, and your a screen comes down. Like, blah, 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 and you have to say this. It's like a secret code. Like, bless me, Father, for I've sinned. How long has it been since your last confession? Last time you were here, Father. How long has it been? Okay, 30 days. 30 days, Father. What have you done? Father, I was in this Sears catalog. I pictured. I was in the bra section. What were you doing in the bra section? Father. Okay, I was in the bra section, and okay, that's one. And I was in the school cafeteria, and they were having chocolate milks, and I stole 3 chocolate milks. Oh, that was you? Yes, Father. Is this young David Michael? It is, Father. Get around front. Get around front. So
it's almost like very similar to what we've seen in movies.
Yeah. Except Catholics don't care, because they're always going to be because you got such guilt. But confession is supposed to wipe all that away. So you go out like hunky dory again. You're like, you just like kill like 50 people.
But after the purging, it seems like there should also be a metamorphosis to trying to do better.
But why do better?
Getting back on that moral that stayed bad. That's
Christianity. Christianity isn't doing better. Catholicism is just doing what you're told. So you go get washed, jump back in line. The priest, the only way that can happen is the priest catches you and the priest tells you, David, I know this is you. You stop stealing those milks. Get over here. No, you don't do that. But, the priest has to kind of counsel you. So he becomes from a priest to a counselor. He starts telling you what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how not to do things. So at the end, then you gotta say like a hell of a lot of prayers. Okay, now, I know you stole the chocolate milk since you were a bad boy. And then you have a prayer as a Catholic you have to say, Father, forgive me, I've sinned. And you gotta say this whole prayer in front of the priest. And then afterwards, he says, okay, you have been absolved from your sins. And you start to walk out. I want you to give me 50 Hail Marys. Oh, 50 Hail Marys. You're out there praying for like 3 hours. You're like, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, blessed art thou, Jesus, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for sinners, now at the hour of our death, amen. 1. Oh, what the heck? And you pray like that. So you're not even praying, you're not even hearing the words. You're just praying a Hail Mary. So there's no redemption because it's just about punishment. It's all guided towards the punishment, not towards the healing, not towards the forgiveness aspect. If you did this, you must be punished for it.
So you think that it's more based on just completing the ritual?
Yes, it's all ritual. That's what I'm saying. Catholicism is all ritual. That's it. It's all, and that's I could say that's my opinion, but it's more based in fact than opinion. It's not subjective. I'm not being negative towards it, but it's the total ritual.
But see, I really do think religion has a serious purpose in society because it helps people. How do I say to always want to do the right thing.
But as people, I think that's inherently in us.
I don't know. I think just think if we never had religion, I think we would have a propensity to go either way.
Oh, they did. You know, the crazy thing is, I don't mean to be one of these podcasts that goes so much into like religion and the Bible and everything like that. But I will say that that's what the beginning of the Bible is. People are doing their own thing. They're going crazy. And God's like, yo, I gotta kind of correct this. I gotta kind of set some rules and orders. Then you have the 10 Commandments. There was no commandments before then. They were just people making up their own rules. Breaking them and making them. But if you had the money, the influence, and the power, and that's crazy because that's like coming back around today. There's no rules if you're rich. There's no rules if you are part of the system. There's no rules. Everybody else, all the stupid people have to follow the rules, but you don't.
So the privilege.
The privilege. Well,
allowed to escape.
Yeah, well, if you were back in the Pharaoh's time, you made the rules because you're Pharaoh. If your family was bigger than my family, if your family had 100 members, my family had 25 members. Guess what? You're going to make the rules. So it's human nature. You see in like tribes of chimpanzees or packs, what are they called? Groups. What are groups of chimpanzees called?
I have no idea.
Social groups. I don't know.
I have no idea. We'll have to,
They're called, so let's call them pride, a pride of chimpanzees. In a pride of chimpanzees, they even have order. Wolves have order. Dogs have order. So there is an order in nature.
The apex wolf, and a lot of people don't know, the apex wolf follows behind.